Hi, I'm Nick and this is the TBT channel. If you've been watching any of my hobby model videos, you'll know that I've been looking at flying models for people who haven't flown flying models before. This is because I used to love flying models. They didn't like me. I crashed an awful lot. Now, aeroplanes was what I always wanted to fly. They need an awful lot of space. But if you haven't seen the beginners RC aeroplanes, the bush plane and the Spitfire, watch those videos. But if you're going to buy one, don't buy one yet. I've got a follow up to those two coming out. I've been test flying in the garden today. I'm going to be doing a video very soon. Now, this one here is an unboxing. I'm very much hoping this is going to be a radio controlled helicopter. Otherwise it's a pair of slippers and it'll be a very short video. But helicopters is what I used to fly more than anything else, simply because you need less space for a small helicopter. Back in the day when I used to fly them, I started out with the coaxial helicopters. They've got two rotors, one on top of the other, and they turn in different directions, and that gives you stability. It's great for flying indoors because it's slow, it's controllable, it's maneuverable. They're pants outside because any breath of wind and it's gone, and they don't look very scale. I did go on to fixed pitch outdoor helis, small ones that you could fly outdoors, but they were a fixed pitch and they relied on speeding up and slowing down the motor for rising or coming down. They're not so great to fly, and as time went on, the models in the hobby of that type started to look more, they don't look like real aircraft. They don't look like helicopters. I like scale. All my models that I really love are scale. They look like a small version of something real. A lot of the helicopters are designed to whip around in the air, go upside down, blah blah blah. They don't look like a real helicopter. They don't really do it for me. And the scale helicopters that do look good were massively expensive and ended up as a massively expensive pile of broken pieces very shortly. So it was never in my range. So about 10 years ago I stopped with helicopters. Enough gabbling. Let's see if this is slippers or a helicopter. It's a helicopter. I knew that. I don't even think I've ordered any slippers recently, although it is coming up towards Christmas, so you never know what the wife might have done. Now this model is made by a company called RC Era, E-R-A, RC Era, and it is a model of the Bell 206 Ranger. Now, if you're a similar age to me, you'll recognise this helicopter as being the one that was in Dallas. It was in everything in the 70s. This is the one that Roger Moore was escaping underwater in his Lotus Elise from, albeit it was a black one. It is a real helicopter. And this is supposed to be an extremely easy to fly real helicopter. Let's see how to open the box, get inside and find out. Oh. On the back of the box here, we've got pictures of all their current models. Now, it was tricky deciding which one to get. And the reason I bought this one is I got it for about £70 with 3 batteries. Okay, complete for £70 with 3 batteries. The base model with 1 battery and the basic controller was about 50 quid. For a real helicopter, a proper one that flies, and you can fly, anyone can fly. But these are the choices that I had. And there's little black ones there, which I'm hoping very much are ones that they've got in production coming up soon, because I've seen we've got a Huey there, we've got a Patches there, we've even got a Chinook. If they make that one, I'm going to have that. Anyway, let's get into the box. Let's get into the box and see what's in here. It's a nice box. Sometimes you get a box, it's real crappy cardboard, but this one feels quite good. Ooh, here we go. Now, we've got instructions. I will look at them. We've got a little bag with a charger lead in it. All of these things I've been showing you, they all come with a little charger. It's just a USB-C, USC. They're fantastic. They all come with one, so you don't need anything else. I've got another little bag, and in there I have a spare tail rotor, a small Allen key, and a small screwdriver. And then we've got, that's nice, we've got a clear clamshell instead of polystyrene. That's I just like that. I think that's good. And look at that. Now, most of these you'll see being reviewed are the red ones. They said something like Los Angeles Police Department. I'm in France, not in America. I'm nowhere near Los Angeles. So I went for this one. What's it say on it? Nothing. It doesn't pretend to be a police one, or I suppose it could be a news channel one. I could use this for following people. I could pap people with this. Let's see if it comes out or whether it's... I like that. I like that. Right, what I've just done there, I've watched many videos on this, many reviews on this. I had no idea what this was going to feel like, what kind of plastic this was going to be, whether it's going to be that really thin stuff, you know, kind of similar to this, that a lot of flying models seem to be made of. But this is plastic of a decent strength. And that, I think you will agree, looks pretty funky. With 3 batteries. Oh, we've got a battery. I've got 2 batteries in the box here. Oh, and a spare set of rotor blades as well, in case for when I break them. So I've got 3 batteries in total. Each battery is supposed to give me about 12 minutes fly time. I went for the upgraded control unit. Now this is a mode 2 control unit, I believe, which means your throttle is on the left hand stick. That's what we use in Europe. Some places use mode 1. If you're going to be buying an RC toy off of the internet, make sure you get a mode 2 if you've ever used it before, because otherwise it'll all be around the wrong way and you'll struggle. So here you'll see there's no 2 sets of counter rotating blades here. This is a collective pitch helicopter, just like the real thing. And what we have inside of here, allegedly, is a 6-way stabilizer gyro, similar to what's in the RC Spitfire and bush plane I've been flying. That means it will, left to its own devices, level out and stay still. And this one has got the optional optical flow sensor, which is this part here. It's actually a small camera that points downwards, and it's supposed to pick up where it is. So when you let go of everything, it's supposed to see that piece there and go, I'm above this piece here, I am that far above it. And then it will endeavour to stay that far above it rather than drift off. What we're going to do is charge up the batteries, and then we're going to give it a fly and see what happens. Join me outside in a minute. We've got the batteries charged. We're ready for a test flight. On the controller here, we've got an automatic takeoff and landing button, which we're going to test. We've got slow, medium and fast settings on the speed there. Going to start off in slow. We are outdoors, might need a little bit more speed. Theoretically, what should happen is it'll hover in one place. If I want to go up, I'll press that up, down, down. This will move it all around, and that is my yaw. So let's see what happens if I press the button. Oh, it's up. It's hovering all on its own, heading towards me a bit. So I'm just going to move it around. That is pretty spectacular. If you're training on a helicopter, I remember this, you're supposed to do boxes. My wife's moving, so I'm trying to stay with her. You're supposed to do boxes where you keep the tail rotor to yourself and move it around facing away from you. And then when you get more used to that, you turn it around facing you. But I've done that, so I'm just going to go for a little fly. This is on slow speed. It's holding altitude pretty well, considering we've got a bit of a slope going on there. But it is a bit slow. So I'm going to turn it up into medium. There, we got a little bit more speed now. And as soon as it gets into the wind, headed into the wind, barely moving. Oh, coming with the wind now, that's okay. Again, the optical flow struggling a bit with the variance in weed height in our butterfly nature garden section. Let's give it a little bit of full speed and see what happens. Yeah, even outdoors with this little bit of a breeze, it's flying absolutely fine. Let's bring it back round here. So it's flying itself. That is it. I'm going to take it over the short grass on my landing strip, and then I'm gonna, oh, it's going into the long grass. But even so, it landed all on its own. That's pretty incredible. We've been flying for about 10 minutes and I've just noticed the front spotlight has started a slow flash. That means the battery's getting low. After this, it'll go on to a fast flash, which means it's flat. So I'm gonna press the button and let it land again. This is a proper beginner's outdoor helicopter. And there you have it. There's nothing much really left to say. You can fly this helicopter. It doesn't matter if you've had no experience with helicopters before. You can fly this. It's collective pitch. It flies in a realistic way. The only thing you'll need to get used to is, same as with any radio controlled model, when it's going away from you, left is left, right is right. When it's coming back towards you, left is right, right is left. Same with a car, same with a boat, same with a plane, same with a helicopter. That is the hardest thing about flying this model. And this one was €80, 79 euros with the uprated handset and 3 batteries. It is, I believe, 64 euros for the basic one with 1 battery and the basic controller. I can't believe how good the detail is on the scale. I can't believe how well it flies. I can't believe how easy it was. And I can't believe how much fun it was. I used all 3 batteries, one after the other. They're back on charge now. I'm hoping to get back out this evening before it's too dark to use them again, because I think with these lights on here, that's going to be pretty spectacular as dusk comes in. Please like and subscribe these videos. Apart from the shooting ones, we're doing more of these hobby ones. If you would like to win one of these, follow the link to our bonus ball raffle page. Tell me you'd like to win one of these. I can, if there's enough people want one, I can arrange a raffle for one of these. I will see you all again soon. I've got an articulated lorry I'm filming tomorrow, and I've got more gun stuff coming out through my ears. Just loads of those coming up. So see you all again soon. Thank you and goodbye.